Hi Capricorn, welcome or welcome back to my channel. We're doing your general messages for the week ahead, and I've already pulled the oracle cards, so we'll get straight into it. First message we have here is chaos and conflict, and it came out in the reverse. So the protection message for this is that you might be in a bit of chaos at the moment, but the timing is actually perfect for it. So it's basically that telling you to kind of get involved in this. It's the perfect time to resolve this, as long as you know that you're trying to resolve this for everyone's highest good. Like, be in the eye of the storm, and the storm is already happening, so just be involved in it. And it's a good time to get some sort of resolutions, and the timing is good for that. Okay. We have the mutable moon, and it says nothing is yet set in stone. So mutable signs are usually Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces, and what it is that they are kind of interchangeable. So if there's a situation in your life that's going on, maybe there's chaos, you still have the opportunity, because it's changing, you still have the opportunity to influence this, right? So it's, a lot of people will feel uncomfortable in this change, but you should actually, and you probably do too, Capricorn, but you should actually sit with it a bit longer, is what the card is suggesting, because you're able to kind of, influence the situation and change it if you want that change, okay, with this chaos and conflict. And then we have the canary spirit, and it says sing your own song, and this is about being your true authentic self, whether that's in relationships or with other people or work or whatever. It's like the world wants to hear your true song. So if there's something that you desire now's the time to speak up about it. And again, like I said, with all of these, it's kind of like, it seems like there's already some sort of issues going on. So don't be afraid to kind of speak up and get involved and give your true authentic opinion or your honesty in the situation. Be yourself, because you have the opportunity to influence this for something that you might desire. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say for you. Okay, for Capricorn. Okay, what is the situation? Okay, situation is the Ten of Swords. What is their day-to-day? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, their heart space. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay, what about their headspace? Two of Cups in reverse. And what about the desires? Their desires for Capricorn. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, bottom of the deck here we have the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Okay, so Capricorn, bottom of the deck are things that either you don't see coming or things that are happening in the background. So with the Six of Pentacles, whatever's going to happen, you are going to receive the help that you need to overcome the situation. Okay, you're getting help from possibly someone that has a lot of care for you, someone who's very emotionally stable, emotionally mature. Could be a father figure, or it could be, a masculine presence. It doesn't have to be a man itself. It's just, that's the energy that's coming from him. But it's someone who's very kind, very caring, very generous, and loving, They will help you through the situation, and you are going to get to a point where you can get through this and have a balanced situation here. I do also see you being someone who's quite abundant and prosperous, but you also very much value your independence, and sometimes you do need to kind of, maybe you can get the support that you need, but you need to go at this alone type of thing. As well. So it's like getting the support that you need, but then going ahead and, putting your individuality into that as well. Okay, so the situation with the Ten of Swords here is something's kind of coming to an end or close. It could feel like maybe you feel like someone's betrayed you in some way, or that there's maybe been like an end of a job. Maybe you've been fired or let go. Maybe you're having some sort of time of ill health at the moment. Whatever the situation is, it's a painful kind of ending, so we'll get to clarify on that, of what that is. In your day-to-day life, we have the Queen of Pentacles. At the moment, you're very focused on kind of just nurturing yourself, nurturing people around you. You might be focused on being healthy, you know, going for walks in nature, doing things that make you feel like it's best for your well-being, you know. At this time you could be maybe even becoming a mother, you know, if you are a woman, or becoming a father if you are a man. So with the Queen of Pentacles, it's just a time of looking after yourself, nurturing yourself, like I said, same with other people, and kind of just focusing on maybe your finances, your career, and like I said, most importantly, your well-being. So that's where you're at the moment, which is good. Ace of Cups here. So in your heart space, you want to have some sort of, you want to either offer or be offered something that is kind, caring, something that makes you happy, that really kind of makes your heart sing, you know. That's the type of energy of the Ace of Cups. It could be new love that you're looking at, or it could be renewing a relationship that you're looking at. Or if it is, you know, whatever the situation is, your heart at the moment is pure, you want to offer something loving, you know, with the ability of this becoming something as stable as the Ten of Cups. Okay, in your headspace though, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so maybe you feel at the moment like a situation is very one-sided. It could be a person that you're with romantically, very well could be, or it could be maybe someone else that you're dealing with, a friend, a business partner, a colleague, family member, whatever it is, where you feel like maybe that they just, you know, very stubborn at times, and they're not willing to kind of get on the same page as you, or you see this as maybe the situation as they're not going to be able, there's not going to be able to be a mutual respect or a mutual understanding here, so why even get involved, you know. And maybe that's why Spirit is kind of telling you like the chaos is already here, might as well, you know. And then we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse as your desires. So I feel like at the moment you're very angry. You could have already, or maybe are about to, say some kind of harsh things to someone, and like lay the boundaries down, but in a very cold, like, I'm not having this type of way. Also in a way kind of like very kind of fixed and set in stone type of thing, whereas like this mutable energy is saying like it's not yet set in stone, so you don't need to kind of bring the hammer down, is what the kind of words that I'm getting. But let's get some clarifiers for you to get some more on your situation of what's going on. Okay, so for Capricorn. Okay, let's see with the Ten of Swords, what is this? We have the Ace of Swords, okay? So Ace of Swords and Ten of Swords, it's kind of like something's ending, but now you feel like you have clarity about the situation. You had some sort of information given to you that made you feel like you need to end something. You're currently in the hermit mode, that's Virgo energy, where you're trying to kind of take some time to yourself, go within, heal, do any shadow work, and kind of, I don't know, process what's just happened with this, the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords. But good news is that with the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords being there, although you've received this clarity and it's hurtful, and maybe there's been some honest truth or discussion that's come into you, or some new information, like I said, you are going to start fresh with that Ace of Swords, you know, you're going on to a new cycle. But I feel like you're doing some sort of healing or retreating right now, spending time by yourself with the Hermit first. Okay, so what about this Queen of Pentacles? The Hanged Man. So yeah, so at this time, maybe you're at a time where you're kind of taking a break and you're like, I just need to focus on my own well-being right now. I'm feeling a little bit stuck. All I can do right now is focus on me being good, you know, and you're seeing things from that kind of perspective. With the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, that's saying that maybe you're focusing on your own well-being right now, you know, putting into yourself so that you're able to kind of be more stable and offer yourself more physically to someone else. And I don't mean physically as in intimately, I mean physically as in like you can be there for someone, you can actually physically be in their presence, you can give them more time, more effort, more energy, you know, towards someone else or other people. So what is the Ace of Cups here? have the Ten of Wands. Okay. So, you want some sort of new beginning. Your heart is in the right place, but you're feeling overwhelmed, right? Maybe you're at the point of burnout with the situation. And this is in your heart space, right? So it could very well have to do with love, or it's got to do with how you're feeling about the situation that we're talking about. Either way, you're at burnout, right? You're like, I've had enough. I need to kind of drop the stress and all of that, and I want a new, fresh beginning here. With the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you are having, like I said, you have some sort of support with that King of Cups there and that Six of Pentacles. There is support. It could be from other feminine energies. Again, doesn't have to be a female, but feminine energies, and probably, you know, like friends, something like that, where you're able to kind of lean on them and get the support that you need. And also to be able to kind of let your hair down a little bit as well, like have a bit of fun. You can celebrate. It's not just because you're feeling like stressed and overwhelmed doesn't mean that, you know, you can't also enjoy yourself and have a bit of a good time. But I do see this as a very stressful situation, you know, not to take from that. So what about the Two of Cups in reverse? Okay, well, the High Priestess wanted to come out, but it then went back in. We have Strength in reverse. Okay, you just don't see, you feel like you don't have the strength right now. You're feeling a bit weak to be able to deal with the situation, right? At the moment, maybe your headspace is feeling a little bit weak. Like maybe you're like in a place of feeling a bit vulnerable, you know, feeling like you don't have the confidence to kind of make something work, to switch it into a mutual beneficial conversation. And maybe that's why you haven't taken action yet, and you're kind of sticking to yourself because you're like, I don't actually have the energy for this. I can't give this to this right now, and I'm kind of just trying to work on making myself better right now. And then we have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you do in your headspace know that this is something that you are going to need to get involved in. You are going to need to stand up for yourself here and kind of protect yourself, or, you know, whatever the situation is, maybe another person. You need to kind of do this, but you're just not, you don't see them seeing this, you know, coming onto the same page as you. And you're feeling like you just don't have the strength to do that right now. Okay. But Spirit is saying with the Seven of Wands and there at the bottom of the deck that you do have every right to stand up for yourself here. Okay, so what about the Queen of Swords in the reverse? Four of Cups. I feel like you're kind of dissatisfied with the situation. Like I feel like you're bored of it at this point, you know. With the Nine of Wands, it's like you've been doing this over and over and over again. You've had so much, you know, I don't know, that you've put in all this effort towards it, and you've been going for such a long time that at this point you're just tired, you're drained, you don't have the energy. You could possibly be hurt by the situation as well, and now kind of keeping your guard up, you know. With the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands both being there, it is about putting a guard up. And I just feel like at this time you're done with the situation. And the Queen of Swords in the reverse is about you know, setting boundaries, but you want that Queen to kind of go in the upright, right? So you want it to not come across as like harsh and cold, even if you are angry and, you know, done with the situation. Put it into, like, you know, maybe heal yourself first before you have this conversation. And when you do have the conversation, you could also be avoiding the conversation with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. But when you do have this conversation, be in that positive mindset of, yes, Queen of Swords is upright, is more about, yes, I am setting boundaries, but I'm setting the boundaries respectfully, and I'm communicating this clearly to you. And I'm operating from a space of my head and not my heart. So I'm getting my emotions out of it, and I'm only speaking facts. So that's the kind of energy that's coming up there. Okay, so next part is just going to be a little mini love reading, just to see where you're at for Capricorn. So what are Capricorn's feelings towards their person? We have memories, we have reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Bottom of the deck, we have return, second chance, opportunity, and making amends. If you're in separation with someone at this moment, you are kind of like reminiscing on the good times, understanding that, you know, there's still love there type of thing, but maybe that this needed to be a separation for some reason. And at the bottom of the deck we have return, so you do want to kind of, you know, offer a fresh start here and have a new you know, a new opportunity with them, making amends as well, like, you know, both of you apologizing if that's what needs to happen. If you're with this person, maybe you're like kind of reminiscing on the good times and you're kind of like, oh, I wish I could go back to those times, but also, you know, like we're actually, you know, you need to have these connections. You know, you could also just be having a situation where you guys have had a bit of an argument and it's like, you know, you guys need to apologize and move past the situation with each other. Okay, what are Capricorn's person's feelings towards Capricorn? We have foundation, established family and security. They see you as family. They see you as someone who they could have a family with. They see you as someone that they built a foundation with, that this isn't just like a, you know, like a once off type of thing. And then we have one day, someday, somewhere, and another time. They do see that maybe one day they want to have a family with you. And if this is someone that you are separated from, it's someone who like sees you as someone that they've actually built something with, and they do see you, like I said, as family, but they do want to one day at another time come and make things work with you, you know. Okay, so let's see for Capricorn.
Here's what I found.
Oh, no thanks, Siri. Okay, so what does Capricorn need to know about their love life? We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be with that situation that either you guys do have different religions, or possibly even just different values, or maybe just, you know, the path that you guys are each on at the moment is just not like adding up. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Okay. And then let's see what else we have. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And then bottom of the deck we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So like I said, I do see you retreating with that hermit energy that was at the bottom of the deck here, and the hanged man. I do see you kind of working on, you know, taking back control, but you're just taking a little break first. And I feel like with the strength in reverse, maybe that's the energy of like, okay, let's get this upright. Let's, like, you've got this. You can do this. Get back into that space. Get that Queen of Swords in the upright. You can communicate clearly and set boundaries healthily, you know, that type of thing. And then we also have give your relationship a chance. So it's very kind of standard, you know, it's time to work on your partnership. Okay. And then, and that could be with this one-sided energy there as well, you know. Okay, so let's see. This is usually for people who are in separation, but we'll see what comes out, so only take what resonates. So messages from Capricorn's person, if they weren't holding anything back. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. What else? Let's see for Capricorn. We have, we will be together again. Okay. And okay, it's time for me to heal now. And then bottom of the deck we have, I feel you even though we're apart. So if you are in separation, it's someone, like I said, who is like, okay, we are going to get back together. And I feel like you're both on that page as well. But like there needs to be clear communication here, because there is a lot of hurt that's happened. And you guys need to kind of move past that hurt and actually start working together again. I just think you don't see that happening right now. And then it's time for me to heal now. I feel like that at this time, whatever's happened, there's definitely some sort of hurt, possibly from both sides. And you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So, you know, maybe this is something that they needed to walk away from currently, to clear their headspace. Or maybe it was you who needed to clear their headspace and they were forced to let you go in some way, you know. Either way, you're currently working on yourself. You're doing well. If there is conflict here, just go ahead and get involved once you've got your mindset right there with the Queen of Swords in the upright. And know that you have the opportunity to influence this. Just be your true self and say exactly what you desire in a very nice way, you know? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope you found a message that helped you, and I will see you guys again soon. Take care.